I always thought they were pronounced Tostino's pizza rolls, but it's actually Totino's, so that's a little Mandela effect for you. Anyway, here we are. And they were roommates. Yowie Jam, Game Jam, 2021 Jam, Game Jam. And we're going to be playing it. It's a demo. They may make a full game out of this in the future. Who knows? Where the hell is Sensations? That's a good question. Apparently Steam is not being compliant. So that's... The game is done. But Steam is not being compliant, from what I understand. So it's just not out. Steam is really dragging their feet. Anyway, let's just begin with this game. Cool. Let's see if we can... Nope, no settings. Well, if the music's too loud, you let me know. Just no settings. And this was a very impromptu stream. In fact, just before this, I was recording School Basket Buddies. Do you guys remember that? Do any of you remember School Basket Buddies? Yeah, I recorded a new video of that because the second episode was released. So look forward to that soon. Anyway, let's just get started here. It's been a few days since I've moved to my friend Ed's spare home in the city. When I mentioned to him that I was planning to apply for S-Uni and move to the city, he suggested that I stayed in his spare house instead of staying at a dormitory. Imagine having rich friends. He and I grew up together and our families were close, so I had no reason to refuse. Huge eyes? Well, Toby's eyes are... They're different. They're not the same as they used to be. Anyway, everything is going well so far. Except for one thing. Ed had somehow forgotten to mention the very important fact that he had rented out his house to his acquaintance beforehand. They were apparently college friends, and Ed had let him move in when he went overseas a couple of years ago. Circumstances aside, Ed apologized and justified that I could save on some living expenses by living together with someone. That easily convinced a broke college student like me to go along with the situation. But in the end, living with a stranger is easier said than done. Oh god. Your stock images, background, apartment room, okay. The house was quiet, despite living here for nearly a week. The amount of times I met my roommate can be counted on one hand. The guy, Nick, was practically always in his room. And when we did cross paths, he'd only say a few words with a frown plastered on his face. Needless to say, my impression of the guy was pretty bad. Luke, or wait, why am I saying his name? I'm home! And apparently the models have some live 2D. Yeah. So you can see them, you know, blinking and moving around slightly. I said as a courtesy, not exactly expecting a reply. Oh, you're back. Like a ghost, Nick silently walked into the living room, startling me. Yeah, I just got home. Oh. We were both startled by the sound of a growling stomach. That looks like a real picture of a house someone's trying to sell. Yeah, maybe. I knew it wasn't mine, so it could only be Nick's. Pretend you heard nothing, invite Nick out for lunch. I mean, I guess we can invite him out. Hey, do you want to go get lunch outside? Sure. I thought of inviting Nick to lunch, but I didn't actually expect that he'd say yes. Maybe he didn't dislike me as much as I thought. Oh, cool. There's this new place that just opened up by the university. I haven't tried it yet, but I heard that the food there is really good. It's not a far walk from here. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Shall we go? Alright. He looks like he needs to take a shit. Oh my god, we love our coffee shop stock backgrounds too. You love this animation. After a short walk, we arrived at the restaurant. This is the place. Oh. I haven't been to this area in a while. This place used to be a bookstore. Really? I didn't know that. Yeah. Nick looked a bit listless, but I didn't want to pry. The conversation is so bland between them. They're working on it. He didn't seem like the type to overshare, especially to someone like me, who was barely an acquaintance. We had a silent meal, but it wasn't as awkward as I had expected. I never had a meal with him before, so I couldn't have possibly noticed. Nick was the type to eat without looking at his phone. He ate with a dazed kind of focus. They look like real pictures. Girl, they are real pictures. Like the food was all he could see at the moment. He had his brows slightly furrowed and looked like he was frowning as usual. But it somehow also looked like he was relishing in his meal. I found myself absent-mindedly stealing glances at him for our entire meal. Somehow he didn't seem to notice, which only compelled me to steal more glances. Uneventfully, we soon finished our meal and left the restaurant. Alright, here's a drawn background. After we had our late lunch, we started to walk home. I had absently started walking down my usual route home from the university. I stumbled upon this scenic route on my first day here in the city, after I'd gotten lost on my way home. It was a bit longer of a walk than the way we came, but this path had a beautiful view of the lake. It really helped clear your mind after a long day. It was already sundown and we both found ourselves stopping to enjoy the view. Nick didn't say anything either. We silently just watched the sun set together. That's kinda gay though. No, that's pretty gay. You don't just go for a walk with your roommate that you don't talk to and watch the sun set. No, that's gay, yeah. Shit. It's gotten dark already. Saucy Baka. Oh god, you Gen Zers. I can't with you. I'm so sorry. By habit, I just started walking this way. I think it'll be a shorter walk if we went back the way we came. No, it's alright. I don't mind if we go this way. I used to take this route too. A couple of years ago when I was still a student. It's been a while though. I was caught off guard by Nick's fleeting smile. Sus. Grow up, you Gen Zers. That's right, I'm one of those millennials that hates Gen Zers. Not really. It was very different from his usual expression and really rather cute. Maybe I've been misunderstanding this taciturn roommate of mine. I was still in a state of shock from that smile, so I didn't manage to start a conversation on the way back. Nick didn't seem to mind though and just kept at pace with me wordlessly. It was somehow comforting and the silent walk home was unexpectedly pleasant. Within me, I felt a change in my impression of Nick. I felt like I want to get to know him more. Oh no, the demo ends here. That was a short demo. Well, thank you so much for playing, I guess. I was hoping it was a bit longer, but... Bonus doodle by Luke. Alright. Well, that's what happens with some of the game jams. You never know. One of the game jam games can be like 3, 4, 5 hours. The other one's like 5 minutes. Can't do anything about it.